welcome to another episode on Kulture. If you still haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button and don't forget to turn on that notification bell. On today's episode, we'll be discussing self-esteem. What's self-esteem? Everything you need to know all about self-esteem. Here today, we'll be talking about it. Stay tuned. We have a guest here today. Please, can we meet you?
Well, I'm Vivian Meruma.
You're welcome to Kulture.
Thank you.
Okay. On today's episode, we'll be talking about self-esteem. For the purpose of this discussion, we'll be focusing on low self-esteem. But before we get to what low self-esteem is, we need to know what this self-esteem is all about. So can you tell us, what does self-esteem mean?
All right. Thank you so much for having me here on Kulture.
You're welcome.
It's a pleasure. Self-esteem is actually something that is not new. It's a subjective evaluation of one's worth. So how do you perceive yourself? How do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as one who has that self-respect? Do you see yourself as one who deserves to be respected, to be admired, to be complimented, or as in, well-grounded, able to do things with potentials and be able to exhibit some capability as strength. So not that you see yourself as you are redundant, you can't do a particular thing, you doubt yourself. That's a kind of self-esteem, but to the negative direction.
Yeah. There's two types of self-esteem. We have the positive and the negative one. But today we'll be focusing on the low self-esteem. So that brings me to the question, why do you think people experience low self-esteem?
Well, it's basically on the background. When you bring up a child in a place where she's being criticized, she's being charged negatively, and they just tell you, any little thing you try to do, even when you put in your best, they tell you you're not doing it right. So you get a lot of this discouragement, and it makes you withdrawn. So you go back into your shell, and you begin to doubt yourself that when they give me another opportunity again, I might not be able to. They might still tell me that it's wrong. So that's a negative one. So that's a low you have a low self-esteem of yourself.
Okay. There's this one that is so rampant now that kids get to experience in school, even in the tertiary institution. You get to see people being bullied.
True.
So what does it mean to be bullied?
Okay.
For people that have low self-esteem, what effect does that have on them?
Wow. So that's really not a good situation to be in. So one who already has the low self-esteem and you still go ahead bullying the person. So you're not helping that individual. What you are doing, you are still putting them down. You're not aligned, you're not giving them room to show what they are capable of doing. So bullying in the first place is not a good way to, inspire someone. It's not a good way to make someone discover themselves out of the shell. You get, so I think it's not right. You can actually compliment someone and say, but you can do it in this way better. If you do it, you tried. You encourage, give that first compliment and tell the person, okay, what do you think if you had done it in this manner? You get, so you're encouraging that person to come out, to be able to be innovative, think out of the box, to see options on how you can do a particular thing at the same time. So
another thing that can actually affect one's self-esteem is also peer pressure.
True.
So when you are there are some network, what do I mean by that? Some association, group of people that you are not supposed to be in that midst. When you are constantly among people that pull you down, everything you do, they don't see anything good in it. Be it relationship or casual, mutual friendship, you have to just leave that environment. It's not for you.
Yeah, I like the word environment, actually.
Yeah.
So all of that, it's a very good word you used, environment. That was what was just banging in my head. So you need to, as an individual, you need to understand your environment first. So what are you, what's that thing that syncs you together with your environment? So if you are in a wrong place or a wrong environment, your self-esteem will either be made positive or mad. MARRED. Yeah. So you need to understand your capacity, understand your abilities, your capabilities in doing some things. So it's what you attract. It's what you attract that you become.
Exactly. That's true. That's so true.
So understand your environment, peer pressure. If you see that, oh, you admire this person so much, what is it that you see in that person that makes you admire the person? Will it improve you? You understand? If it will improve you, then you need to understand that you need a process. So you need to be patient to understand how that process can just come alive. Then so this is trying to, I don't know if you have much time, but trying to unpack self-esteem is not something you can just finish in one day.
episode,
Yeah.
So there's another question that actually came up now, that can it be improved? Can something be done to these people that is already experiencing low self-esteem?
Yeah.
What advice? How can they come out of it?
Okay. Yes, sure. You can actually, it can be improved. It can be worked on. So from a low state to a higher state, it can be worked on, but it starts from the person. It starts from that youth. It starts from that individual. So first of all, admire yourself. Love yourself. Tell yourself brilliant words. You can do it. I am an achiever. I'm a pace setter. I'm a goal getter. If other people can do it, I can do it. So see yourself in that positive light that you can do it. And of course, the Bible says you can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. So first of all, tell yourself those affirmations, positive ones, that you can do anything. You can become what you want to become. So it's just in your hands. Yeah. Then stay away from people that don't believe in you.
Yeah.
So when you stay away from them, you already know your worth. So since you know your worth, you know this person is not helping you to be that person that you are supposed to be. You stay away from them. Stay away.
That's so true. So thank you so much. So just one last question before we go. You know, at the beginning you were talking about background.
Yeah.
That background actually caused some of these people who experience low self-esteem. So that brings me to the question. There are so many teenagers out there who are experiencing this low self-esteem caused by their parents. So what advice do you have for the parents who constantly pull their children down, who doesn't see anything good, anything they do, there's no compliment? What do you have to tell those parents?
Our parents should, I understand how it can be frustrating to raise a child and ensure they continually do things that are pleasing in the sight of our parents, our daddies and our moms. So, but the best thing is not to always use negative words on them. So you cannot tell me a child does everything at all times wrong. Let there be times where you call them. Fine, open rebuke is good. But when you rebuke a child, rebuke them with love. Rebuke them, sit them down, tell them, I know you, I trust you can do this thing better. Yes? So if you were doing it to me, ask them questions, engage them, have a conversation. What do you think you would have done better than the way you did it now? You know, you put that child in that situation where he begins to think and say, oh, mommy, I would have actually done it this way. Fine, so next time do it this way. Whether you like it or not, she will take it. And even if she doesn't want to take it, she'll remember, oh, my mommy loved me and she said it out of love, so I cannot fall her hand or I cannot disappoint her.
That's true.
Yeah, so
thank you so much. You've really told us a lot of things today.
Thank you.
I hope we all get that. So on our next episode, we're going to be talking about continuation from this low self-esteem. How does it connect with your courage? I mean courage. How do the way you carry yourself. So I want you to watch out for our next episode because we're going to be linking self-esteem and courage together. Thank you so much for coming to First Culture. We do appreciate you.
Thank you.
Okay, for our viewers, if you still haven't subscribed to our channel, please hit the subscribe button right now and don't forget to ring the notification bell. You can also click the like button, let the comments keep rolling in. We love you so much and please stay inspired always. Bye.
Bye.